Welcome. A new beginning from the ashes of the old. An enigmatic voyage beyond imagination's endless flight. A travesty no longer, a masterpiece of love. A mystery to magicians in the eloquence of gods. For lighted now before me, the mystic crystal clear, a new dawn has burst upon the Jester's Promenade. Welcome to Being a Light, another excursion into the energy world. Hey, we're already having people show up. Kathleen, good to see you. Mandy, good to see you. Kristen, hey, what's up? Carol Johnson. Kim Princess, what's up, girlfriend? Wow, you're a long way away, Carol. Welcome to the reverie this evening. I'm really super stoked to have my guest, cranial sacral therapist, Andrea Morrison. We're gonna talk about that a bunch in a minute. A few announcements before we get started. Just want to thank my angels, my sponsors, friedokra.tv, my friend Ernie Mosteller. Yeah. Oh, well, hold on. Yeah. You know, tonight's a permission to suck night, so just bear with me. Yeah. Okay. All right. I blew that completely. So thank you to Ernie Mosteller, my good friend and cohort in crime of many years. Been like that dude's an angel. It always shows up at the most opportune moment. So thank you. Much love, my brother. And we will hook you up in a big time. And my other angel, Audrey Asciutto at Audrey Asciutto Lakeside Realty. Audrey's got a really jamming bed and breakfast on the Circle here in Sebring called Audrey's Place. And please check it out if you're getting in town. It'll be a really fun little excursion for you. Thank you to both my angels. They've been keeping us afloat and keeping us going and keeping the vibe alive. So thank you very, very much. Yeah, so make sure, you know, it's Monday night and it's the Monday night lineup, the Inner Realms, Outer Journeys with our good friend Nancy Muratalla. We got you right here, and make sure you stick around after this for Jennifer Rose and the Love Show. And her special guest tonight will be Mr. Zen and his cohort in crime, Janice. Should be a really interesting show, and we'll see what's going on with that. I wanted to give you a little update. The last couple of weeks been kind of wonky, and I've been kind of, oh man, I'm really getting pressed. I want to give you a little update on what happened. You know, I told you guys last week on Sunday, I went out to the woods and wound up playing my handpan, and it was a really amazing, great reset. Mr. Morrison, glad to see you. Charlene, what's up? Me and my shadow. There you are. Lisa, welcome. Yeah, Linda Williams. Lisa Paris. It's a full house tonight, man. That's always exciting. I really love it when you guys come and share space with us and make it into something special. So Monday, I came back with a new mindset, and I was really like chilled out and voices weren't screaming so loud. And I got to work, using methods I knew to do. I was all calm and cool. I was able to look at everything really rationally and make a nice list from simplest to most difficult. And I just decided this week, Jennifer Rose, good to see you as always, my lovely Evelyn. Woohoo! Evelyn said she took some cranial sacral classes and loved it. Yeah, excellent. So, as always, one step in front of the other. And I just made a list of simplest to hardest, got the machete out, decided I'm going to have to be in the world all week. And I went to town and made just huge progress. I've only got one thing, the really big one at the top of the list. And now I can really focus some energy on busting that out. So just wanted to lend some hope and encouragement to anybody. I know a lot of people going through it right now. Just keep working your tools. I was working them all week, man. Oh my goodness. I thought I was just going to have a brain explosion in a couple days, but you just keep doing the Jinsen Jitsu, our breathing thing, man. Those aren't things I just pull out for the show. Like, they're actually part of my survival kit in a really, really huge way. Yeah. So just keep on keeping on. And I pulled a little a tarot card for the beginning of the show. I always pull one right before we go on. And I pulled the Star, which is about wishes fulfilled and a beautiful future coming out of. And that's why I did that poem this evening, A New Beginning from the Ashes of the Old. The card before the Star is the Tower. And that's where you've had your entire building that you built on faulty foundations blown up. Kind of where I felt the last few weeks, and now the Fool moving on, sees the Star, and now there's hope for joy and a beautiful future and wishes to be fulfilled. And that card is also ruled by Aquarius, so that's me. Yeah. All right. Let's see. We'll be doing readings towards the end of the show. As always, I hope you'll stick around for it. I will certainly get to as many people as I can and make sure you're taken care of. So, Andrea Morrison, my good friend, we've been working, doing some energy work and just kind of getting to know the depth of each other's energy abilities, and it's been super fun, man. She's a really great practitioner. I didn't really know all that much about sacral therapy. This is maybe 4 or 5 months ago, and I had like this week where everybody I talked to that week said, "Hey, what's up with the cranial sacral therapy?" And I kept going,
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. What's that? So I actually had Andrea on the Angel channel, and we had a really great session, and I found out a lot about it. And post that, I booked a couple sessions for her, and I wanted to give you a little update on that. Like my first session, anytime I'm going in with any kind of energy work like that, I've always got my radar out. And Andrea went to work, and I'm like really feeling her vibe. I'm going to let her describe her process, but she's started at my feet, worked up, and I'm feeling the energy wave happening, and I'm feeling her reacting to energy in me and moving that stuff around. That was a really super cool thing. And she got to my solar plexus and was pulling some stuff out of my solar plexus. That seems to be her happiest well for like psychic stuff.
A lot of people carry stuff there.
Yeah, they do. And so anyway, we worked through it. It was a really super, super fun session. And we had another session where I went in, and this time there wasn't any. I decided that it was in the interest of my practice mode of letting the hell go and stop being such a controlling geek, I just made it a point to lay down and not do any reach outs, not try to feel what she was doing, and let her move through. I was feeling it, but I wasn't analyzing it. You know, I wasn't putting, where's that going? What's that doing? What's that supposed to, you know, and her hands get really warm. And on the second session, around down on the soles of my feet, and I'm feeling this really crazy stuff in my neck. And yeah, it's a pretty trippy scenario. And you know, I have to embarrass you and give you props, man. You've got serious juice.
I appreciate it.
And it's really, really fun to like get together and see where that goes.
Oh yeah, I think we have fun in that energy cloud. It's just kind of a dance of energy.
And what's more fun than practicing magic?
Right? Right? I agree. 100%.
I found another zealot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, everybody asking for readings. I'll be happy to take care of you guys. It's going to be a little bit. We're going to go into the sacral therapy scenario, or the cranial. Yes. Yeah. That thing you do.
That thing you do.
Yeah. But please stick around. I usually do all the readings towards the end of the show. So please stick with us. All right. So anyway, the second session was really amazing. And I wanted to bring everybody up to speed that have been kind of like following along with us through the Angel Channel. So I'd like to really turn it over to Andrea, and you know, a lot of new people that haven't seen your first thing. So, you know, how about a little overview about it?
Okay.
And then we're going to try to do something impromptu, and we ask for full permission to suck. We're going to, you know, normally she's got the table, we're all laid out, we got the music and the candles and the whole like the 9 yards, and everybody's chilled. But we want to try to do something like I did the materialization a few weeks ago, and just see if we can pull off something tonight. So, you know, she's going to take a portion of me, maybe work on my shoulders and go up towards my head and see if she can make that pop. Or not. Anyway, and I thought I'd try to give a little play-by-play on what I'm feeling as she's working, and certainly any impressions or anything you're getting, please share too. And we have no idea how this will go. We've never tried to do this before, so just bear with us. If it it'll go great. It's been a perfect day. So yeah, give them a little intro into.
Thank you so much for having me on here. The cranial sacral is its own thing, but when it's combined with the intention and the energy work that goes with it, it just explodes. So like you said, I was working on one part of his body, and he's feeling it in a completely other place within the body. And that's because what I'm doing is I'm feeling the fascia, which is it's a 3-dimensional cobweb of connective tissue that just runs throughout your entire body. And this is a super highway for the energy to flow. And what happens is you get some restrictions in that fascia, and that can come from physical injuries, slip and falls, car accidents. It can come from emotional stuff, which I think, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure we're all going through some of that crazy stuff right now.
Man, I don't know how you could avoid it right now.
Over, you know? And so what happens is we start to go like this, and we cringe pretty much all day long because of this emotional stuff. And the fascia just clenches up like that. And now it's cutting off the blood supply.
Is the fascia the layer right under your skin?
It goes everywhere throughout your body.
Covers
so it goes within the
muscles
muscles. Yep, it connects the organs to the muscles, to the bones, to the nerves. Everything is encompassed in this. It's like a cobweb that's been in a house for 150 years. You know, it's just thick. And so we're just kind of playing with those strings, and they don't want to be manhandled. They don't want me in there with my elbow. It's very, very gentle manipulation almost like how a spider would know where the fly is on there, because you pull this one thing and you can feel it way over here.
Well, it's that network, man. It's like all,
yes. And so with our intention going into that, whether it's health issues that you're having or emotional things like deep depression kind of stuff, that's your body's way of telling you big change is coming. And this helps tremendously to get you ready for those big changes and help to kind of move you smoothly through them. It also helps to relax the organs, your central nervous system, gets you back to where your body needs to be in order for it to heal itself. That's what we're designed to do.
The people that come to you for appointments, are they usually coming? Like, this isn't just an emotional energy scenario, it's also a physical scenario too.
Right.
So do most people come to you for like body fixes, health stuff?
Yes, absolutely, for sure. So they'll come in with say a shoulder issue. Now they have to be open-minded if they want it to work as well as they would like it to. Some people don't want to deal with the emotion that is trapped in that area. If I tell you, well, you have a fear of XYZ, and you go, I don't want to talk about that.
No, I don't.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's all fine. It's like, well, good luck with that shoulder issue. But if you're open-minded enough to incorporate the actual body, mind, and soul into your healing and your being, it's just amazing what it can do. I mean, it changes blood pressure, cholesterol, all the biochemicals within the body are changed because of this, because you're resetting that central nervous system.
So the emotional aspect of this, do people come to you for that up front, or is that usually a byproduct of working on the tissue and having that be part of it? It's a
little from column A, a little from column B, because there are times I'm working on somebody and they'll go into a full-on somatic release where tears, waterworks, all of a sudden they might start coughing, hiccuping. These are all the body's symptoms of them releasing this stuff. And they could have just had, like, oh, I just have digestive issues. And all of a sudden everything lets loose. And as we know, that's
and makes your head on fire like it was the last time for me.
Yeah, you full on hot flash. Like, I was like, welcome to being a menopausal woman. I really felt bad for it. I was like, oh. But it released stuff, though. That's what it does. It's the biochemical release that happens in the body. So
I was drinking a ton of water that day. That's for sure.
Good. Yeah, you would have to. Oh God.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's a little of both. A lot of people, I'm getting more people now for anxiety, depression, that kind of stuff, because our minds are almost like they're running away with us. Like, we can't pull the reins back. We end up going deeper into depressions and further into anxiety. And what this does is it helps you to just bring it back in and take things, like you said, step at a time. Start with the easy stuff. And it actually opens you so you can do that.
And get out of that circle thinking.
Oh God.
Man, once that circle thinking cycle starts, that is I had to take myself out to the woods and just completely disconnect from the whole little energy construct that was around me in order to stop that, and that's a really kind of intense thing. So when you're doing your process, are you hands-on? What's exactly going on?
Some is hands-on, some is off into your field, because I almost feel like it's kind of runs through me. Like, I have a hand on you, but I have to have something out here too. I don't know why my arms just kind of go and do that. Or as I'm working, my hands will just stop on areas of the body. And I just know to sit there and intuitively know what to do in those areas. So it's difficult for me to describe the actual thought process that's going on, because I'm kind of somewhere else. Even if I'm talking to you, I'm in the quantum plane working.
So are you consciously pushing, or is once you connect and it starts flowing, it just does that on its own?
A little of both, because sometimes if I can get a hold on something where it feels like taffy, I feel like I can grab it and just kind of kind of ooze it out. Those are the fun ones, when it kind of looks like tar or taffy.
Linda Williams says, I'm having stomach issues and these doctors can't figure it out, I guess. And then they say I have digestive issues. I don't have a very good opinion of modern medicine, to be honest with you.
Well, she went in saying, oh, I have stomach issues. And they said, well, guess what? We have a diagnosis for you. You got stomach issues. You're like, well, thanks. Here's my $500.
Is this
payment.
A scenario that would
Oh, absolutely.
help work with that?
Absolutely. Because what happens is once you start raising your frequency, everything else in your body is raised. So all of a sudden your digestion works better. You stop having headaches.
That's really true.
Everything falls into line. You can't just tweak one thing in your body and expect just one thing to change.
No, it's so connected. That's why I really have a problem with pharmacology.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. You go to the doctor and all of a sudden they're just, shoving pills in your face. And first of all, most of those medicines and pills came from something that was a plant.
Mm-hmm.
And there's spiritual, there's juice and energy in those ingredients. Mm-hmm. And I haven't really seen the scenario where they break that down chemically and try to reproduce that in a synthetic form. And it's devoid of all of the spirit.
It is. It absolutely is.
And that's the part that really does the healing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Well, and look at even just the simple things like baking soda, all that can change within our bodies. It helps alkaline things. It's amazing. And yet we don't know anything about that. No doctor is ever going to tell you to mix baking soda into a little bit of water and, drink that, flush things out, alkalize your body. They're not going to tell you that because they can't make money on it.
So I got this crazy rash. I don't know if I knew you then. This is a couple of years ago. I got this crazy rash, couple little spots. And I was in the dermatologist to get a little skin thing burned off. And she goes, oh, yeah, well, it's a little eczema or whatever it is. I went, okay. And she gave me some medicine to put on it. And it was this steroid thing. And it made my face explode. And now all of a sudden, my whole face is covered with this. I went back and she's, I gave you the wrong number. It gave me something else. I took that and it was just getting worse.
Yeah.
So I went and did my own research and I found out organic black Jamaican castor oil. Miracle juice.
It really is.
And you put that on your skin and within a day and a half, it was all dried up and gone. And it keeps you all nice and smooth. and it works on skin tags and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, if you want to pamper yourself a little bit or have some dermatology issues, organic black Jamaican castor oil. You can get it at Walmart. It's not hard to find at all. So, yeah. All right. Let me look through these questions here. Yes, Evelyn Fiona is in fact all dressed up. She wanted to be she wanted to be modest for everyone tonight. Let's see. We've got a bunch of questions. What about my dip in my back? My spine is moved.
Well, from what I understand about the body, if it moves in one direction, it can move back into the other direction. It's all about the alignment of you. If you have kind of been knocked off of your alignment or your journey, I guess you could call it, your body will start to mimic that or even mirror it because it all works together, I guess is what I'm trying to say. There are also ways, even if it does, if you do get it back in line again, some people are looking for that instant fix where it's oh, well, it still hurts. And sometimes it will because the body is recompensating to get back into that alignment. Andrea, what do you do for self-care? A lot of these very same things. And, when you were talking about how you were just oh, this week, I've been hearing that from so many of my clients and for me as well. I have some very, very close people that I've talked to and I was having a major breakdown.
By the way, not to interrupt you, but right this second today, 420, happy 420. If you know, you know. there is a crazy, like, multiple alignment going out in a couple of different ways, where the Earth and the Sun and Saturn and Neptune and Pluto and Mars going one way, and Venus and Jupiter, and like there's this crazy mix of energy right now that's just like,
it is,
man.
And it's intensifying all of these symptoms that we're having. They're just intense right now.
They are. And the sunspot energy, like,
yeah,
I'm like, people don't really talk about that much,
right.
But it is really, I mean, it affects everything.
Right.
I mean, the Earth is breathing.
Oh,
we just got slammed with another big wave, and like the same day, like there's a 7.5 earthquake in Japan. They're waiting for tsunamis. Like it affects the Earth itself in such an intense way. So
right, and everything on it.
And that's that's the soup we're living in.
Absolutely, it is. And so we're trying to just find our footing here. And with the Earth changing as much as it is, our footing is just all over the place. It's almost like standing on one of those, what do you call those little things those shaking things that you stand on?
Yeah.
You can't get solid footing because it's moving. And that's kind of what it feels like right now. The very intense. Ask about past life energy release. Ask about past life energy release. I don't know what he means by that.
Okay.
Got to clarify for me. He's coming twice out of context today.
Oh, man. Let's see.
There are a lot of like past lives are coming up for sure. We're coming to these crossroads of change, and we got to go through the crossroads, and it's going to be uncomfortable as hell. But all of these past lives that we feel as though we've lived, which I guess we can call them current lives or other lifetimes, they're coming up because everything is about to change within you. The old life is going to be gone. The new is coming forward.
That's exactly right.
So you have to bust it wide open, and it's all going to make sense at some point. When you're in your depth of your depth and your alignment is so off and your frequency is so low, you're not going to find it there. You got to wait it out. I mean, unfortunately, there's days when you just don't get off the couch. Roll back over and go to bed. Go right back to sleep, because don't try to figure it out when your energy is that low. And I know this from experience. I tried to do it. I was talking to Tom, and I just said, none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. I can't get through this. I've never been this depressed.
Well, that's where I was last week before I went out because it just kept stacking up. And before you could catch a breath, there was another one, and it exhausted me.
Yes.
I couldn't get a good night's sleep.
No.
I was just like, and without, it takes energy to stop that momentum.
It does.
And those are all those old fear programs that you start playing in when you get pressed and scared, and oh my goodness.
And it runs away.
And you really have to make a conscious effort to go, no, this is not what I want.
Yes.
I want the frequency going this way. And
I did some primal screaming, I'll tell you that.
there you go.
I did. I just needed to vibrate my entire body. But there was a day or two that I didn't do much of anything. I mean, my little robot body was moving, but the minute I didn't have to be moving, I was laying down, not talking to anybody. I just had to seclude. And then you start to come out of it. You start with those steps. You start with the easy stuff.
One step at a time.
One tiny thing.
I mean, stop. I had to really take myself off from looking at the totality of the list, like all of this, and just pick one.
Yes.
And one step in that one that I could actually accomplish. And like once you get that momentum going.
Oh yeah.
It's
and then once
good.
you do it, you gotta high five yourself and be like, we did that. We put pants on today.
Kristen says, if I hear a ring in my ear randomly every day, is this clairaudience? Well, it could be tinnitus.
If it's like a random one.
But sometimes the ring, like for me, they have a really different timbre.
Yes, absolutely.
And they have a ring about it. And it doesn't just ring in my ear, like it rings in my solar plexus too. Everybody's different. That could be that could be a possible indicator of that. Do you get any kind of psychic feelings after you hear the ringing in your ear, or do you hear other notes outside of just the ring?
And sometimes from my experience too, is that when you get that random ring or tone, it could just be an upgrade to your system that's happening that you don't have any idea what it is. It could just be background stuff that's happening within you. But it never hurts to just say, clarify for me what this means to me or what I need to do with this. And then you'll get that clarity if you can just quiet the mind long enough to listen for that answer. And I think that a lot more people are getting that now, because everything about us is going to be changing. Even the way that we don't have to talk as much anymore. Like I can start a sentence and you already know where it's going.
That's true.
So we're getting a little bit more telepathic. So it doesn't surprise me that we're getting more tones and upgrades.
I don't know that everybody is. I think those people are collecting.
Could be.
And I think when, like, the whole planet's not all going to change at one time.
Right.
But like, I think you get cells of that start growing, and then that becomes the norm.
Well, because we start finding each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we
start working in the energy zone instead of, your phone.
Right. Right. You actually come back to nature.
Yeah. So, Tom, let's see. Tom said you healed my stab wound from when we were Knights Templars. Right.
Yeah. So sometimes when I'm in sessions with people, I'm not in control of what comes up. What I see or envision is something that my client needs to address or can address. It's a safe space for them to do that, whether they do it right there on the table or they go home and work through it. But with one particular Tom, he had in his past life or one of his parallel lives, he just had this, it was almost like there was this knife just sticking out of his back. And what I do is I just kind of hold on that area and just see what it can tell me. And for him, he was kind of a guy that goes against the grain. He wasn't going to follow the suit of what he was being told to do because it went against his heart. And his friend knew that he would come in contact with a way worse type of thing, whether it was beating, imprisonment, blah, blah, blah. So he was actually killed by his friend. It was basically a mercy killing, but he was carrying that stab wound. And I don't know if he ever truly understood why it was there, who it came from, and why. And that all came out. And it seemed as though he was just able to release it. Like, oh, okay, that's finally gone. And he, after that, was able to lay down his own armor and be like, okay, I'm free of that. That's gone now.
That's an awesome thing.
Yeah.
So Kristen says, no, I've heard my brother's voice and he's in the spirit world.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you talk back? I mean, you should.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to say the same thing. You should be having a conversation. And what's he say?
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, because you can have conversations with him, and the more often you do, the better it gets.
And when you get those little nudges like that, don't just wait for the next one to show up. Start going after it.
Yeah.
Like, try to make that happen again. Put yourself in the same mind space. Connect again. It's just like everything else. Practice, practice, practice. And the more you do it, the more you can do it. Right. So, yeah.
And the more you'll then in turn connect with your other spirit people that are with you, whether the other beings that are with you. So he might just be the easiest contact for you right now.
Well, that's the great thing. It's nice to contact your loved ones on the spirit world, but the astral is like populated, like there are infinite number of entities and guides and angels and all kinds of stuff. So
right. So it might lead
start
you to
listening. Really hard. And we should probably get into the meditation part of it. Yeah.
I love this.
It goes too damn fast. It really does. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's read this one here. Work in healthcare, feeling drained. Sacrum pain, cause not determined, consider myself a sensitive intuitive, want to heal myself, feeling a little burned out. So a person go into a residence room, side profile, went to see who it was, and the only resident was in the room. The resident was declared
palliative 3 days
Yeah.
later and passed away. Well, and when they're close to the end like that, they do kind of go back and forth between the worlds.
And as a healthcare person, you need to take really good care of your energy.
Yes.
People are dying, people are sick, the people around them are in a really intense zone. And, if you're empathic and your energy is kind of grabby, you'll take a lot of that home with you. We're going to do a little mini grounding right now. I would really love to offer you at some point too. I don't think we have time to do the hands-on.
We could do it another time.
Well,
too.
What we're going to do is we're going to do a pre-recorded session, and do it upright, from beginning to end.
Yeah.
And the little
so the camera will just be on you.
Yeah. So, let's, I want to do a little breathing and get
Absolutely.
everybody down before we get into
Heck yeah.
readings. And, let's start there, man. Oh, and I wanted to mention, also, Maureen, consider carrying a little piece of black obsidian or a piece of really spectral labradorite. Both of those would help in your energy field a whole lot and just kind of deflect stuff that doesn't need to attach to you. Your energy is really grabby. So you're going to pick stuff up. And be a really good idea for you to just at least do a little minimal energy cleanse every day. I'm all about the ergonomics and not trying to stack up too many things that I have to do. So you have to wash your body every day. You go in and take a shower. Perfect time to be the same time the water is running over your head, down your neck, down your spine. Just ground your energy out. Any negative energy, any negative emotions, any negative thoughts, any blockages in the material world, and put your juice into that. And that water will really help you with that a lot. And then you don't have to stack up a special grounding. You've already taken care of it, multitasking. So both of those things would be really super helpful to you, Maureen. Also, not next week. And next week, I'm having on my good friend, Leah Kittner. She's an amazing metaphysical jeweler. She makes a lot of the stuff for me and my ritual pieces. And I'm looking really forward to sharing her energy and sharing some of her work with you. The following week for the meditation, I'm going to be doing we're going to test our own regression and see if we can go bust into some past lives. I think that'd be really super fun. All right, so here we go. For any of you guys that haven't seen this before, when I clang it and it goes clang, just imagine taking the energy from your solar plexus and like a little nuclear bomb, just blasting it out to all the corners of your room. And let's just get our environment really pristine and clear and raise that vibration, all right? With the light of the source, brilliant light of the source, I vanish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With the radiant light of the source, I vanish and clean this space. I make this place pure. With the radiant light of the source, the true light, the source from which we come, I vanish and clean this space. I make this place pure. We come together tonight in joy, love, and light. Create our sacred space, our sacred circle, our place of safety and sanctuary. We ask that our angels, our guides, our allies be with us this evening and share their wisdom, their knowledge, their love of the source. We ask that we have eyes to see, ears to hear, and the wisdom to understand. And with absolute gratitude for all of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Infinite, unconditional love. And our wish for bliss to the source. We open our circle. All right, we're going to do our blank space meditation. Going down to blank space, being able to turn off your thoughts and stay there as long as you want, is going to be a huge answer for what's coming up in the next few years, and is actually the central focus of my own personal practice right now. I've been doing it for so long, I can stay there as long as I want. And I realized as I was doing this with everybody, I realized that space, blank space, it's potential. It's not empty. And it really is the quantum field, the superposition quantum field. It's all the particles spinning in infinite potential waiting to be formed into matter. So being able to perceive the quantum field, being able to affect the quantum field will have huge impact on what's about to come in the next coming years. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to inhale with your solar plexus, draw in through your nose. I want you to draw in bright, golden, healing source energy. Let that energy come up through your brain, through your nose, and just fill your body, just saturate your body with healing energy, healing juice, healing energy. Right? All right. And then on the exhale, we're just going to be talking. Let your breath out real slow. Try to follow my words down. And when we get to the part where I go silence, just imagine freeze framing, like your body, your metabolism, your thoughts, everything. You don't need to breathe for a few seconds, and we're just going to hold that for about 6-8 seconds. And what that will do as we do that every single week, will write that groove deeper into you, and like you've been able to stay there, and we'll expand that so that the length of time that you can stay there, grows and grows, and finally you'll be able to have mastery over that and be able to stay in that space and use that space for your own evolution and development. All right, so here we go. Inhale in through your nose. Here's your solar plexus. Really fill it up to the brim. When you think you're full, but a little more. And release. The chaos, the noise, the static of the world fading into the distance. No thought, no mind. Deeper, deeper. Silence. And inhale, bright golden energy. Let it infuse your whole being out into your light body. Fill it up and release. Sinking deeper into the blissful silence. No future, no past. Deeper silence. And last one, we're going to hold this one for 30. Don't try to hold your breath. Just breathe really shallow and stay in that space. We're going to go somewhere else after that. Last one, inhale, make it count. Really fill it up. And exhale. Turning off the machine. Silence. $15. And 30. Take a nice deep breath. Stay in that space. I want you to imagine yourself floating on the energetic ocean, just gently bobbing, floating on the surface. Bright golden energy swirling all around you. We're going to break out the tools from the toolbox today. We're going to do a 4-4-4 box breathing. I want you to also pick a finger for your Jinsen Jitsu and hold that while we do that. Thumb is worry, fear, anger, grief. All you have to do is just hold that finger while we do our meditation. All right, where the box breathing is on an inhale. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. I count using the word inhale or exhale to count for 2. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. Don't start exhaling until I begin the count for the down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, inhale. We're going to do 4 versions of that. All right. And when you're on the inhale, I want you to draw a beautiful fresh batch of energy from the ocean around you, right? Let it infuse your whole body, brand new healing, creative potential. All right. And on the exhale, I want you to push out. Well, I'll prompt you for these. We're going to do 4. First one, we'll do any negative energy of any kind. Second, we'll do any negative emotions of any kind. Third one, we'll do any negative thoughts, mental energy of any kind. The last one we'll do is any material blockages that are happening right now. All right. This really works. And I can't remember who was asking for a cleansing, but this is a good one. All right. And this is another multitasker. All right. Make the most of your time. Here we go. Inhale, draw 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. Negative energy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, inhale, draw 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. Emotions 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. Mental goo 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, inhale. Last one. Material blockages 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, exhale. Material blockages go 1, 2, 3, 4, and rest. Take 3 nice, really deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. There we go. All right, you guys just chill out for a second. I'm going to find my readings, and we'll jump into some here. There we go. All right. I want to pull a card for you because I'm really grateful you showed up. Yeah. Anyone that wants a reading now? Yeah, please get your, I'm open down on in the chat. You know, they've been tough. They're about tough love. You know, a lot of angel decks are kind of fluffy affirmation things. And these guys, I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but they always tell you what you need to hear. And if you pay attention objectively and take their advice, you always win.
I feel like you're prepping me.
No. Well, maybe.
All right, lay it on me.
Words of wisdom from my good friend, Andrea. Words of wisdom from my good friend, Andrea. Words of wisdom from my good friend, Andrea. This is so you. We don't even need to read it. 62, the angel of the desire to know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The forever student.
Oh, right. Well, that's the best. I mean, I love teaching. I really do. It's really fun to pass that on, but I'll be a student for as long as I live. You were defeated, and now you feel pain and despair. I told you. See how your mind is quick to grab the negative wave of energy. Yep. This creates doubt and pessimism. Take a hard, objective look at that defeatist expectation. You let your victory be stolen by your own inner skeptic. Man, I hate that guy.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, it's my worst freaking enemy. With his doubt and skepticism. You're overdue for an attitude adjustment.
Oh, for sure.
Pride is your energy. Pride is the deceiver. Let it go. Release this narrow point of view. Your own ego is inhibiting you. Man, all of us actually. It's the great chameleon that disguises itself as you. A crushing old wound has been laid bare. You're experiencing intense fear connected with that memory. You fear that history might repeat itself, and you'd feel the excruciating bite of that pain. So your vision has been distorted by the past. Allow yourself to be sensitive to a deception in a personal situation. Be aware of the reason for all of this emotional turmoil. Yeah, that's the hardest one to get to sometimes. You're involved in an unfair decision that is hard to correct. Be patient with your emotions. You know, that patience thing.
That's just a strong suit for me.
Good, goodly mugly. Yeah. Yeah.
No, that tracks.
Well, they're just telling me like, it's all good. And as much as you're helping people release their stuff, when you release their stuff, your stuff comes up too.
Yes, for sure. 100%.
So this is all old residual shit.
Yeah, and it is. And that's the crap that I think a lot of people are feeling just bubbling to the surface. And they're like, I dealt with that crap.
You know, the thing about it is you think that's you, but it really isn't.
No.
It's your old fears, your old programs, the archons, like, you know, and that's the great thing about going to zero space. When you go to zero space, you shut all of that off. When you're coming out of that first voice you hear, the really quiet one that always has truth, that you hear at the beginning when you're doing a clairvoyant thing. And like the very first intuition you have is the right one. And then your brain goes to work on it.
It goes into logic mode.
Starts trying to reason it, and then you screw the whole thing up, right? So that first voice you hear when you're coming out of blank space, that's the real you. That's the real you. Yeah. All right. Let's see. There's a bunch of people here. Whew.
I have something quick for that, Maureen, the one that was in healthcare, and that hip sacral issue that you're having. What I keep feeling is that I think that you like part of what you do. You're following all the rules and regulations of things that I think you see it could be better. Like, I think you are there for those people, but the way that you're doing it, the way that you're made to do it, it feels like it's pulling you away from this isn't even making any sense. It makes sense in my head.
Actually, it does
But
make sense.
it's pulling you away from it. And I think your hips are just becoming solid because you're not moving forward with that ease and flow of who you are. Like you have to kind of tamp back who you are in the job that you have. That's kind of what was coming up. And I'm sorry, I had to throw that out there. Otherwise, it was going to spin around my head all night. So sorry for interrupting.
All right, Maureen, I'm gonna hit you up here. So what I want you to do is close your eyes and take 3 really nice deep breaths and really focus. If you have something specific that you really want to ask about, beam that to me really hard. If not, we'll just see what they have to say to you, okay? Focus. There you are. Words of wisdom from my good friend Maureen. Words of wisdom from my good friend Maureen. Words of wisdom from my good friend Maureen. The last card in the deck. Number 72, the angel of endings and rebirth. I think we're all in that zone right now.
Mm-hmm.
A very intense circumstance has gone awry. You're exhausted because you have chosen to direct your anger and frustration inward. Really easy to do, rather than saying what's on your mind. It has clouded your vision of how beautiful life actually is. The dream represents a promise. The actuality has to be worked for. Visualize clearly your dreams and your hopes and your personal hopes for a happy family if you wish them to be realized. Quit overanalyzing. Be more spontaneous. Allow your inner emotional contentment to radiate out in all aspects of your life, and you will know abiding satisfaction. There can be serious problems with your emotional families. They may be on a different path now. The group is taking advantage. Emotions of the group may be healthy within the group, but they may be too self-serving in the bigger picture. Time to move on. The good news to this is that the tarot card for this is the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is lasting, abiding, emotional contentment. So you're kind of stopped up. Don't let it percolate to a point where you explode and then you're just causing damage. Use that overthink zone to come up with the win, and come up with a really crafty way of saying exactly what you need to say and stop stuffing that. It's really not helping your health at all. And find a way to actually pour that forth and express that. You'll feel like a new woman. For sure. All right. Oh, my girl, Jennifer McCormick. For sure. All right, Jennifer. Get nice and focused. Imagine we're standing face to face, looking each other in the eye. Words of wisdom. Focus, girlfriend. There we go. Words of wisdom from my good friend Jennifer. Words of wisdom from my good friend Jennifer. Words of wisdom from my good friend Jennifer. One I know well. This is my birthday angel, Anuel. The angel is number 63. the angel of success and prosperity.
Ooh.
I do my own elevator music.
I love it.
A difficult passage is coming to an end. Allow it to fade away like the darkness in the rays of the morning sun. Pass through it by setting your sights on a bright future just over the hill. See things, this is really important. See things as they are, not the way your fear tells you they are. Man, your fear, not your friend. Sever yourself. Think with an open, objective, and realistic point of view, and investigate all the possibilities and look for what is brightest out of that field. You are in the middle of an unpleasant, awful situation. Sever yourself from it, and you will know relief and harmony like the sunshine after a rainstorm. You are progressing very rapidly now. Everything, and this is the truest part of this whole thing, everything is relative to your point of view. Change your perspective and you change your world in a really tangible way. Communicate in a non-threatening way that will allow other people to consider new ideas, thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes from perspectives they have not yet considered. You are blessed with the gift of support in adversity. All right, let's see. Sheila, I think Sheila here. Okay, Sheila, this one's for you. You know the drill. Get nice and focused. Send me your juice. Oh, happy birthday, Jennifer McCormick. Yeah, awesome. Is that next Monday? Yeah, I believe it is. So we'll wish you a happy birthday on next week's show for sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a rough road for all of us, girl. You're very welcome. My extreme pleasure. And thanks for all the support and showing up all the time, man. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you for that. All right, Sheila, this one's for you. Here we go. Words of wisdom from my friend Sheila. Words of wisdom from my friend Sheila. Aha. Number 40, the angel of elevation and grandeur. I love reading with my own cards.
Right?
It makes it so much deeper.
Well, because your energy is just woven in there.
Oh, this is 63. No, that's what we want right there. Why does deep sorrow hurt so damn much? The pain of separation is a bitter pill to swallow. Make the choice to remove yourself from any situation which produces sorrow or negative vibrations. Yeah. Find your creative light and let it shine. If you're an artist, make some art. Like play some music, make some art, write a poem, create from your darkness and bring that into the light. It's only at the moment of the greatest darkness that you become totally aware of the light within. Give up any dependency on others for your ideas. Focus your efforts on organizing your own life. View the past as a whole picture, not just little slivers. Expand your view to the big picture and away from the small view that causes you pain. Be the peacemaker. Never be afraid to say you're sorry. Think before you speak so that you will not feel sorry after it's too late. Man, I've got the clip on the lip for myself these days. I make sure I give it some time and get objective before I go to express. Otherwise, you're just going to blow it up. Learn to accept your situation, allow yourself to experience the pain, give yourself the right to grieve, and release all that heartache. Then let it go. Then, once the upset pain and tears have gone, open the door to all the new possibilities waiting on the other side. You're holding them off right now because you're staying in that mob zone. The second you really release that, give it to the source. Renew your connection to the source, to the light. Get up in the morning and say, thanks. I love you. I love you. And nurture and foster that connection. And from that, the wellspring of goodness will come forth. Open the door to new possibilities. Yeah. All right. Man, it's sort of the readings tonight, kind of like they're individual readings, but they're also like, this is a scary thing.
I was thinking
it's kind
that
of a
same
group
thing.
scenario, and it so reflects the vibration of everything going on.
Well, we're such mirrors of each other, you know.
Oh, yeah. All right, Kathleen, this one's for you. I'm going as fast as I can here. Yeah. Focus really hard, Kathleen. Shoot me a good beam. All righty. Words of wisdom from my good friend Kathleen. Words of wisdom from my good friend Kathleen. Words of wisdom from my good friend Kathleen. We're up in the 60s a lot tonight. Number 67, the angel of transformation to the sublime. I happen to particularly like this card, actually.
This is 67.
You just never know when to say when. Wait, is that for me? You have emotionally overextended yourself. You have a passionate nature and an infectious lust for life, but it has led to overindulgence to the point of burnout. You're tired and feeling drained, depleted, and emotionally ripped off. Start taking care of yourself. And meet your own needs rather than everyone else's needs and wants to the exclusion of your own. You are so done, dissatisfied, and disappointed. You want something completely new, yet you have no idea what. Find the courage now to retreat in and heal yourself. That Jinsen Jitsu thing I did last week, grab onto it. It's screaming at me right now, a touch of healing. Wow. Okay, I told her. Find the courage now to retreat in and heal yourself. Take time out for yourself. Go swim in the sea of life. Go out to the forest and play music for the animals. Discover the purpose that is worthy of your total commitment and attention. Allow yourself to feel the blahs. Rest and you will renew. New ideas take root. People look to your strength and hope to anchor to. However, some people become so needy, they draw your energy in one direction without the exchange of energy in return. You've got a few of those, actually. Mm-hmm. You feel manipulated, used, and drained. Move away from this psychic drain. Care for your own needs. And when everything that's happening to us, we've brought with our own frequency for a lesson to magnetize to us. It is a function of the frequency we put out. So as you go in and heal yourself and you take care of yourself and you become your focus for your evolution. I'm not talking about being egotistical and selfish, but create some boundaries that you know are necessary for it to be good for you. And when you start vibrating in that scenario and you feel yourself like glowing in that connection, those vibrations go out, and those vibrations will bring other people to you that aren't the vampiric sort. You know, there are a lot of vampires out there. They not conscious vampires, like I'm going to suck your energy. But when somebody is really broken, they haven't really done any work on themselves, and they're very needy, and they're looking for someone to save them from drowning. Man, that will just be like the end of your energy if you decide to like connect to that person and don't keep some boundaries in there.
And don't you find, like, when she would pull back, that those other people now have to walk their journey? So you're
they either have to walk their
them.
journey or they go away.
Right, but you're doing something for them. You stop carrying them.
Well, that's
and
true.
Let them figure it out.
That's true. That's like the whole codependent thing in addiction.
Gotta let them have their journey.
Yeah. All right. Oh, we have. I'm going to do two more. Okay, Linda, this one's for you. Wow, intense vibe tonight, man. You're welcome, Jennifer Rose. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, you have some great people on here.
All right, Linda, focus really hard, girl. Make yourself bright. 3 really deep breaths, drawing that energy. Words of wisdom from my good friend Linda. Words of wisdom from my good friend Linda. Words of wisdom from my good friend Linda. Yes. The angel of obedience. Not my favorite word. Yeah. All right. No, I can't see your phone going crazy, Linda. All right. What was that? What was that number? Oh, yeah, that was 34. There we go. Oh, keeps going back to that. Wow, we got this. It's the same reading. Use all your skills to do a reevaluation. You have gained much from your past experiences. Analyze your goals and desires and trust that you will uncover all the answers in the time for you to uncover them. Ask for material and spiritual help with your affairs. Man, you've got serious angels willing to help. You know, the thing about the angels, they are there, willing, ready, willing, and able to help you, except they have the stricture, no interference unless you ask. So make sure that you make a point to include them in your daily go through and have them, you know, lend whatever support and help that they can. All right. Listen and you will find guidance. When you appear to be entangled in a difficult situation, be still. Blank space, blank space. I can't say it a million times enough. Just be still and breathe. There's the whole answer right there. Put one foot in front of the other. No panic, no rushing. Use your energy, vitality, and assertion to remain flexible and open to new opportunities. Use the power of your communication and leadership skills to bring success to everything concerned. Follow that which has heart and meaning to you. Trust in your own authenticity and truth, and be aware of the frequency you send out.
I feel like she's caught in a loop. Like she keeps looping back on some stuff.
Yeah.
The processing isn't.
Go to blank. Get good at going to blank space. You will thank me so hard. It's the most beautiful place I go to in my whole life. All right. There you go, Linda. All right. And last but not least, I think ours had everybody. Carol. All right. That's what I thought. Wow, there's a whole lot of them. All right, Carol, this one's for you. Let's make it a good one. Words of wisdom from my good friend Carol. Words of wisdom from my good friend Carol. Words of wisdom from my good friend Carol. Yes, I love this one. Number 32, the angel of clemency. Oh, man, I feel like every single one of these cards. Well, it was when I when I channeled them. Yeah, they all. But especially tonight, you are the epitome of impatience. You and me both, girl. You could be going about things the wrong way and need help, both inner and outer advice. Be open and listen carefully. Your own impatience is creating this endless frustration and unfulfilled ambitions. You know, the farmer goes out and tugs on the shoots. You know, he pulls up the plant. You have lots of seeds planted. Let them grow and water them and feed them. And don't let your skeptic show up and stomp on them. Your skeptic is really loud. Your own impatience is creating this endless frustration and unfulfilled ambitions. There are no shortcuts to true success. Follow the plan and pay attention to the small details and use your organizational skills. There must be order and trust to make things happen, not resisting or holding back, but flowing naturally like water. Limited ambitions, a narrow point of view, and ego obsession are lies providing a sense of false security. Man, they lie to all of us like really hard, which is causing you to insist on quick results. There's no reason to be insecure. You're so like good. Let it be good and just grow. And those little steps are really good. You just focus on your feet, put one foot in front of the other, and the next thing you know, you've walked 10 miles. You haven't mastered your craft, but you tell yourself you have. Embrace your journey and your learning, and don't wish it away. Savor every single step. Embrace your journey and your learning, and don't wish it away, ... with your impatience. Yes. There's a really cool tarot card associated with this angel, the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles represents the apprentice card. So like if you're about to start a new learning thing, a new job, you know, you're changing careers. This is a big career change card. And it indicates that there'll be someone, a mentor, to kind of like take you under wing, show you the ropes, get you into how the system actually works and flows through that. And if you're in that beginning situation right now, milk that for all that you can. And don't be too quick to start demanding raises and like, you know, get in the middle of like learning, like, okay, no matter what you're learning. I use music as an example a lot. Because scales, it's the scales. I played guitar for about 5 years, like just every night, hours and hours. I was in a band. It was like my passion. And it wasn't until about 5 years in that I had played long enough that I had muscle memory connected to my mind long enough that I didn't have to think about my fingers anymore. I only had to think about the music. And that applies to everything: your magic practice, your music, art, your job. When you get to a point where you practice that so that you don't even have to think about it. It's now just actualized and part of you. That's where it transcends technique and gets into art. And that's where the goodness lies. And that's when you can stick out your hand and say, I want to raise. All right. I hope that helped everybody. Lynn Juno, really, really good to see you. Michael Zinn, good to see you as well. Wow, a bunch of friends showed up. Arnie, you're the bomb, bro. Yeah. Okay. Brandy, good to see you. Yeah. All right. Kim Princess, we should touch base on the subject of art sometime this week. All right, let me make sure I've just taken care of everybody. And yes, okay. Yes, that's the truth. Maureen says the reading's message, synchronicity. Spirit is truly present for all of us. When we create our sacred circle, we connect all of our energies. And that's how I can reach out and like through the field and find you guys, so we are in fact connected. So I've gone way over.
We had too much fun.
I want to thank my friend Andrea for coming on. We'll be back again.
Thank you.
As always, if you want to reach me, contact me at wizard@wizardofod.com. All my services, like these are really cool, like 5-minute readings, but a 2-hour one, we can go into some really deep stuff.
Those are fascinating. I loved when you did mine.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, stick around for Jennifer Rose and the awesome Love Show with Michael Zinn and Janice tonight. Should be really good. Thank you a million for everyone showing up and sharing your energy and your light and your space with us. And let's see. I know I'm leaving something out, but so it goes.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for letting me crash this party.
All right. We joyously come to the end of our gathering and send everyone on their happy way, brighter and feeling better than when they got here. We thank the angels, our guides and allies, for their intense words of wisdom, their knowledge, and their love of the source. And with absolute gratitude for all of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Infinite, unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source. Until next week, we close our circle.